Well, I guess first of all, I want to thank the good Lord. He's really blessed this team this year. These guys during the summer had a motto that we kind of went by. It's an old famous Harry Truman quote. He basically stated that it is amazing what you can accomplish when you do not care who gets the credit. And the camaraderie that has been shown by these guys, we had Whit Wright, our point guard, the quarterback come in, and it took him 2 or 3 weeks to get acclimated, and he got along so well with the rest of these guys and developed a good rapport with them. And the 2 teams that are in the 6A finals are not the most talented teams in the state, but I firmly believe, after playing Homewood twice this year, that the 2 best teams are in the finals. These guys play well together. They really like each other a lot, and it shows.
All right. Good summation. Question.
Scott, were you worried you pulled it out a little too soon?
I
mean, there was a point where they started coming back. Did you kind of maybe second guess a little bit as they started chipping away?
Well, you can ask Otis himself. In the Mobile Register, he was quoted as saying that they only play 6 or 7, and he's begging those 6 and 7 guys to play. So we have the ultimate respect for LeFlore and the talent that they have. But to be succinct and to the point, my guys were offended by the Mobile Register article Monday that basically stated that they did not care that the finals went from Thursday to Friday. The quote was, you get your practices in and then you're ready to play, and my guys feed off stuff like that. And I knew that they would be resilient. I can't say enough about the way that these guys knock free throws down the stretch in the fourth quarter, and that's just a product of our system. That's the way we've won all year long. And I don't think they ever tied the game, and we've had some nail biters this year, but I wasn't too concerned about that, if the truth be told. It was the way that we have to play. We were not. My guys were getting winded. My guys were very tired, and they held on for dear life and did what they were supposed to do. I mean, take nothing from LeFlore. They're phenomenal. Look at the shot they made from the last 3 from Hughley to DeMarcus Cousins making shots. There were a lot of loose balls, 2 3-pointers that were shot. There were loose ball situations that Nick Williams ran down and knocked them down. So, no, I couldn't be more proud.
Okay. Question.
Coach, talk a little bit about your game plan coming into the game and how you were able to execute it.
Well, we knew with their length and athleticism that we were going to have to, once again, the old John Wooden adage, play quick but not in a hurry. And I thought for the most part, we handled it very well. But it's the little things. I've stressed to these guys all season long that, the play that Whit makes off of a roll-in on out of bounds where he has the, gall and wherewithal and intestinal fortitude to call that timeout when we only have, we actually had 2 left. But, he just made plays. And, Ricardo Hall finished off of a set, and I told him, that ACL better be torn, and you getting up in the next 10 seconds. So I'm proud of these guys.
Tuscaloosa Piper, you got a question.
Wayne, can you tell me what this means to you to be in the final, to do this your senior season, and what was the confidence like playing what Coach said was a David versus Goliath matchup?
It's huge for us. Our senior year, we've always dreamed about this since being 7th grade, getting the state championship. And Coach, like Coach said, we like being in this role, the underdog role. And Coach believed in us, and I believed in my teammates, and I believe in Coach. So we just went out there and got the job done. We left everything out there because we never knew. You never know. It might have been our last game, so we just left everything out there.
All right, real good.
Talk about the shooting today. It didn't seem to matter if they had a hand in your face. You were knocking down threes, and also the fast start. And what did that do for your confidence?
The fast start, we knew we got out ahead. We had a little momentum, and we had our student section, our crowd there. so they're always helping. And I just knew that I had to put my team in a situation to win. So they gave me shots, I took them, and I just wanted my team to win, put my team in the best situation.
You hit, what, about 6 foul shots in a row down the stretch there that was awfully big, too.
Yeah, these guys have not trailed. Thompson tied us in the Northwest region, but these guys literally have not trailed in a game until today, early on. They have not trailed. I think at one time LeFlore took the lead. But we have not. We still started out like gangbusters to start the game. We've not trailed since the first round of our area tournament that we hosted. And, you know, these guys are tough as nails. They've now won 19. These seniors, 9 seniors, have won 19 straight area games, which dates back to January 25th of '06, where we lost to John Carroll, and they still won that area championship up here when they were #1. So they've won 3 championships, area championships, back to back to back.
All right. Another question? Anybody? Okay, Mobile.
Coach, can you talk about the shooting a little bit? Because, like I said, it didn't seem to matter if they had hands in your face, guys all over you. You just seemed like they were real hot today.
Well, that's to be quite honest, that's why it was a David and Goliath situation, because you weren't going to score in the blue. The paint here at the BJCC is blue, and you're not going to score with their length and athleticism. You're just not going to, and it was do or die. You know, we've made shots like that. We shot it horrendously at the Northwest Regional, but that's the tell. We had to knock shots down. So,
right.
That was the one shot we had.
Coach, we're going to wrap this up and bring the other people in. You take your guys and go right in.
We knew it was going to be really, really tough, and played a really, really good basketball team. Shot the ball well.
Yeah.
Sort of like we shot it last year. It was fun to be involved in that kind of basketball game. I think that's what high school basketball is all about.
Right.
Pure, clean, good competition. With some kids just giving everything they have, and I think that's what occurred today.
Yeah.
2 teams giving their best shot, and a team that was the best today prevailed.
Yep. Great game. Yep. It's just a tough game. Questions from the media. Mobile.
Talk a little bit about their shooting, because it didn't seem to matter. You'd have guys draped all over them, hands in their face. They were still knocking them down.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do about that except for try to get a little closer and just hope for the best. But I think it's a great teaching tool. It's going to be a real good film for next year, because we have about 6 guys that'll come back off this team. Cannot replace a Nick Williams, a James Buford. Those guys are hard-hat and lunch pail guys, and the kind of guys that people fight to get into coaching to coach.
Yeah.
Great kids.
All right. Got a question?
Never seemed to get into a flow. It seemed ragged the whole way through. How much of that was you guys? How much of that was the officials called it pretty tight? How much of that was what they were doing?
Well, I think a lot of it is we have older, inexperienced guys. We have 13 new kids. That's no excuse. That's just the reality. And it was really the first time on this kind of stage with so much at stake. We had tried to simulate it as much as we could in other places, but you couldn't take the officials with you. And not the officiating was good. It's just different.
Yeah.
And it's hard to adjust to with the new kids not having that to pull from last year.
All right. Another question? Anyone? Mobile?
Fourth quarter, I think Jeremiah hit a shot to cut it to 2. What was going through y'all's minds then? Because it looked like you had the momentum on your side, and then I think right after that was another turnover, if I remember.
Yeah, that big T.O. I'm not talking about Terrell Owens. That turnover. It creeps up and finds its way into the party uninvited, and that's what it did. We didn't value the basketball. They did. I think that was the difference in the game. They valued the ball. They were disciplined. They took care of it, and 3 more turnovers than they had, and I would say that was the difference in the basketball game.
All right. Any more questions? Anyone else? All right, right here.
Nick, you've been on both sides of this thing. 05, you were here when you came up here expecting to win and didn't. Last year, you came up here expecting to win. You did. Talk about what's going through your mind now.
Get that mic up there close to you, Nick, and talk a little.
No, I'm just glad to be playing, but to have played with these guys and being coached by Coach Hughley for 4 years, and it's very tough to try to go back and think about the game and what I could have did and should have did to help us win. But I'll look back on it later and see how great of a time I had with my fellow teammates.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? All right, Coach. Yeah.